Hi, my name is Mohamed Somji, and I'm a professional photographer based in Dubai, and I also run Gulf Photo Plus, which is a community-based organization in Dubai where we teach photography workshops, hold exhibitions like you can see behind me, and we also run photography-related events. And it's been a real pleasure for me to be part of the Ain Photography Competition jury panel, and especially when you have a subject like Ain, which is I think one of the most photogenic emirates of the country. So it's been a real pleasure. And I've been asked to share some of my insights and thoughts as a photographer on some of the images that were submitted. So I'd like to start by saying that when entering a competition, it's really important for entrants to really consider submitting images that will stand out, because you will have hundreds of images submitted and you really want an image that catches the judge's eye, that looks different, that looks very compelling, that has a different perspective. And if you take Ain, it has some very special landmarks, and let's take Jabal Hafid for an example. So I went through literally hundreds of images of Jabal Hafid, and there were a few images that were really good, but I think there were one or two that really stood out. And take this image for example of the mountain. It's a nice image, and it's it's nicely photographed, but I find that it's lacking a central point of focus. I really want to be able to look for what I should be looking at in the image. So take this photo of Jabal Hafid, where the photographer has chosen not necessarily to include the whole mountain, but just an aspect of it, and it's beautifully lit. You can see that it's shot just after that Maghrib hour, where the light is just gorgeous. It's between blue and purple and going into dark, and it's just magical. And you can see that the foreground is nice and softly lit. And again, my point being, when you have a landmark that is photographed over and over, it's nice to see an image that has a different perspective to it. And again, here the photographer hasn't shot the whole mountain, but just an aspect of it. Fort Jahili, for example, is another one that I saw where we had lots of entrants submit an image of that. And typically the photographers would shoot a wide photo of the fort, and that's fine, but I think again you will get lots of images of the wide fort. And here the photographer has chosen to zoom in a bit and only include some aspect of it, and you can see that the tower sits on the third, beautifully balanced, great composition, and also the time of day is just perfect. You've got a nice sky, and even though you've got a little shadow area in the foreground, it doesn't detract from the image. It just works your way up from a darker to a brighter image. Great image. And this image, which is a very special image, and it's definitely one of the prize-winning images, and you can see why. So the photographer here has got an aerial shot of the desert. Now again, the desert is a hard place to shoot. You have lots and lots of the same kind of landscape. And the photographer here has deliberately chosen to underexpose the image, so you get this beautiful glimmer or sliver of light on the side of the dune, which is a very special image. It's got this abstract quality, and it's got this very mysterious but beautiful allure to the desert, which makes it look just magnificent. And I think that if you let the camera make the decision for you, it would have not been so special. But here the photographers decided to deliberately underexpose the image and come out with something that's a real beauty. So I love that image. I think it's fantastic. So that's it. I've been very honored to be part of this panel, and I congratulate all the people who've ended up being winners, and also to all of you who participated. And I hope that my points kind of gave you some ideas on how to prepare for the next competition. So with that in mind, good luck and thank you very much.